Hey there, welcome back. So I have finally finished the Feast of Crows. Took me a little longer than expected, but mostly because I was just procrastinating. Uh, Last book that I was reading, an announcement was made concerning Winds of Winter, and it kind of put a damper on my want to read the series just because I'm like, okay, so yeah, Winds of Winter. My expectations were, yeah, it's on the way, to no, it's not, to yeah, it's on the way, back to yeah, no, it's not. Like I had almost given up hope completely that was going to happen. Okay, I was very, very disappointed by the previous update, but recently George R. R. Martin made another update that he's still working on it. Very important to him, talking about how Tyrion's chapters were almost done in Winds of Winter, and just he also made comments concerning the book's ending being different than the show's ending. And is anyone he made a comment saying people will have to debate which is better, the shows or the books, and I'm just like, does anyone actually think that that's going to happen? That anyone's going to think that that ending on the TV series was better than anything? I maintain an asteroid could have hit Westeros and killed everybody, and that would have been the finale, and it would have been better than what actually happened. I stand firm on that part of my review from this TV series. Okay. Regardless, I am once again hopeful that Winds of Winter is on the way. I think there's a rumor for 2023. I'm not believing that, but I'm hopeful it's not impossible. So, faith restored, I once again turned to Feast of Crows, and I continued my Game of Thrones read. Or Song of Ice and Fire read, sorry. And I know this is kind of the least favorite of the series, and people have their issues with it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be my favorite so far. Mostly because this one had the most amount of content that was not in the TV series. I'm still very much aware of everything that happened. There was no surprises for me. I had said before, I watched too many reviews and breakdowns and prediction videos and theory videos for anything in this series, I think, to really surprise me. But still, it was so nice to see the difference, to be in Dorne. I love Dorne. Now I'm angry with the rest of you for how Dorne was treated in the TV show. I love the sand snakes. Tyene specifically, she only had one scene in the entire, well, pretty much one scene in the entire book, and I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much. And this character from the TV, I don't know who the hell that is. It's not Tyene. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but this sand snake, she is the poison kind of master. And she goes to her uncle and she's pleading. She's so sad. She's devastated for her father's death, and she just wants revenge and permission to go off and get the vengeance with the other sand snakes. And he's like, no, Tyene, my dear, I need you to leave. And she's like, of course, uncle. So she leaves, and then immediately the bodyguard comes to the uncle, grabs his hand, looking for cuts, signs of poison. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I love that. Okay, so I love her. I want to see more from her. I don't think she might be in Dance of Dragons. I don't know. I know nothing. But I'm excited to see her character. What else happened in this one? Oh, I guess the main criticism for this book being we're not following the quote-unquote main characters' points of view. There's no Jon, no Daenerys, no Tyrion. And I completely understand why people are frustrated with that, or were frustrated, especially at the time of the book's release, the length of time between books, and where their stories are headed and what has happened to them in previous books. They want to know what's going on with them. So the fact that I have the next book available to me to get to their points of view probably lessens my anger, or any anger from developing, because I didn't mind. I didn't realize that these characters' points of view were missing till the halfway point. And I knew those points of views were not going to be in this book going in. I just didn't notice their absence until I was halfway through this book. I was so enamored by the other character storyline. I love Cersei's point of view. I love the development with Jaime. I love what Brienne's doing. It's her difference between what's going on in the book compared to where she was in the TV show. The fact that Lady Stoneheart is finally in these books. The first time her name was mentioned, I got very excited. I'm like, yes, I finally get to see Lady Stoneheart. I want more of her so badly. That's probably more so than even I would have loved to experience the Red Wedding. Spoiler free, that would have been incredible. But Lady Stoneheart's reveal would have been a close second. I so wish I didn't know about it going in. And again, I normally don't mind spoilers. I enjoy watching theory videos too much. I enjoy hearing people's ideas and how they piece things together. I love just watching those kind of videos. So I'm not angry, but I'm like, oh, I really should have been reading the series as it was coming out. I'm kicking myself for not. Stupid past Jessica wanted to wait until the full series was released and be able to read it more or less all in one sitting, and that didn't work out very well. Regardless, yeah, no, Lady Stoneheart, so happy that she's in it. Jaime specifically, seeing him train with his other hand and the character development and his now distaste for Cersei, and just in his mind, like everything used to be Cersei's so great, and everything I do for her, to how much he not hates her, but how much he distrusts her now, and what she's done and what she's doing, and he can't trust her, and you can see the cracks in his armor. I know probably that we're going to have a slip back where he's like, okay, I fall back into bad habits and want to save her and protect her again, but you can see that he's starting to see her true character, and that's just great. And being in her mind, she's just a well-written character, and her mind and the people around her and how she's manipulated, and she doesn't know, she thinks she's being so clever, but oh, she's getting played. And then the Sparrow, I know people, or I'm pretty sure people weren't a big fan of the Sparrow and the High Septons and all that, not the High Septon, the High Sparrow, whatever the name is. I know people weren't the biggest fan of them and how Joffrey would have like crushed them and yada yada, but I really just love anyone who's playing Cersei, and just them in general. I'm so happy. I'm just really, really so happy. I don't know if Dance of Dragons is going to cover their point of view. It has to, because Cersei needs to do her Walk of Atonement. That's in the books. I'm like 99% sure that's in the books. So I'm hopeful and excited to see what happens with them. I think the only characters who's, not that I didn't like their chapters, but I was indifferent to, would be Sansa and Arya. Arya was fine. I loved her little crossover with Sam. Sansa was fine. She's learned to play the game. She's in the Vale. I like how her interactions with Robert, but nothing really got me excited, really, with them. Sam specifically, and Gilly, and the baby, that was all really sad and really well done. Again, I already knew, but still. And then the Maester, oh my god. That was heartbreak. I didn't know that. That was a surprise to me. His death during the voyage to Old Town, Master Aemon. Oh my god, that was very sad. I didn't know that was going to happen, and I was begging for him to pull through, and how he's grown up knowing all the stories and the histories, and I guess still wondering, like, he's 102 years old, like, why is he still on this earth, what's he meant for? And then Daenerys comes and the prophecies on being fulfilled according to him, and he just wants to go and help her and guide her, but he's too old, his body is failing him, now his mind's starting to fail him when he's been so sharp before, and then his passing, that was sad. That one really got me. Speaking of Old Town, the prologue starting off with that buddy who gets killed, and then at the end of the book he shows up again. So I know the theories were with like Jaqen H'ghar and the other Faceless men, and they're after something in Old Town. So I really want to know what's going on there, but I'm pretty sure that it's still in theory form, so it's probably going to be something covered in Winds of Winter. Yeah, no, I've always wondered why Jaqen was in the Black Cells to begin with, and now if he is, or at least one of the other Faceless men, are in Old Town. This isn't supposed to be a conspiracy video or a theory video, so I don't know what's going on. I'm reaching the end soon, so there's only Dance of Dragons left, so I'm going to be with everyone else just waiting for these questions to be answered. I know we don't really get an answer for what happens with Brienne when she calls out the word. We're assuming the word is sword. I think that part's been confirmed. I really don't want to be nearing the ends, because I'm going to have so many questions when I'm caught up, and I really need wins. I need Winds of Winter announcement to be released. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. I so greatly enjoyed Feast of Crows. I have no real complaints. Again, I just like the new material that didn't make it into the show. I love these characters. I love this world. Writing-wise, George R. R. Martin's writing isn't normally for me. It's fine. I just don't... I'm captured by the characters and the plot, not the writing specifically, but the world, the imagination, 100%. I love this. All right, I will talk to you later.